Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to Halal Clicks. In this video we're going to talk about Chromebook Pixel from Google. It's the latest laptop from Google and it's got some nice features. The most notable thing of this laptop is its display. It's 12.85 inches and it's got 2560 by 1700 pixels resolution. So that's like 239 ppi. It's got i5 processor, 4 GB of RAM, only 32 GB of storage, and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all that. There are two models. One of them costs like $12.99 plus tax. The other is like $14.50. The Wi-Fi version versus the LTE version from Verizon. So let's have a in-depth look at the Wi-Fi version of this Chromebook Pixel.
Alright, the first thing that we're going to look at is the exterior, of course. It's a very sturdy industrial design. It's got this cutout in the front where you use your finger to lift up the lid. It stands on its own. On the bottom side, at the bottom of it, you have the four little micro tiny stands that elevate your laptop when you put it on a flat surface, just for a little air circulation. On the back you have this very strong and good looking hinge. On the left hand side you have your power adapter port and then the external monitor port, followed by two USB 2.0 sadly ports, and then you have your microphone port. On the right hand side is your SD card port. Again, as you guys seen in the unboxing, it stands on three of its side and stands firmly too, and that's a very good thought out design. You usually don't see that. On top you have a light bar. It's called. It serves no purpose. It just lights up. It looks cool. That's it. Alright, so now we're gonna open it up. Here you have a look at the Chromebook Pixel up close. On the left hand side of the keyboard is very nice. You have the escape button and then the back button, forward button. That's the refresh. That's the full screen button, and then that's the external monitor button. Brightness down, up. Then you have your mute button, volume minus, volume down, and then volume up. And then right hand side you have your power button. On the left hand side is something strange. You don't have the caps lock like usually you do. That's your search button. It opens up that search window. It's kind of like your Google desktop but more simplified version. It looks for any of your stuff locally and as well as in Google Drive, I think. So that's and then now you have your etch glass touchpad. It's very good, feels really good to touch, very responsive. And the display is again displays touchscreen as well, so that's another cool thing about it. And touch, well, it doesn't really have all the gestures yet. If you tap and hold, it gives you a right click. The launchers are on the top left hand corner of the screen. You have your Chrome and then the Gmail account, the Google app account, then you have your Google Drive, followed by the YouTube. Just testing all of them out. Then you have the camera app. Camera, at first I thought it's not HD, but it is a really good looking camera. I compared it side by side with a non-HD MacBook that I have, and this looked pretty good. Actually, I also compared it with a MacBook Pro Retina side by side, and even then for some reason it looked better than that, so I was surprised and impressed. You have these effects on the left hand side that you could use to, I guess, play with your photos and videos. So you could take photos and you could also record videos at the same time and have all those effects, and that is something pretty cool. And whenever you take a picture or shoot some video, of course you can do pinch and zoom. You can save it, and all the stuff that normally by default gets saved to the downloads folder. It's called downloads. That's kind of like your root folder of this Chromebook. There's no C drive or D drive or that kind of concept, just a download folders to begin with. That button was for showing the desktop. Alright, let's check out how we can add to launcher. These are the launcher shortcuts basically. So if I want to add a or more buttons on the launcher, just go to the all apps and then tap and hold on to any of the apps that you'd like to make a shortcut for, and there should be something that says add to launcher. So and that icon or app will show up at the launchers below. That saves you, I guess, a tap or two, and now that's Google Play. So while we're here, we'll look at Google Play as well. I initially thought for some reason that all the Android apps would be available for this Chromebook, but I failed to realize that this is using Chrome OS, not Android OS. So that's why I went to download a game and it says install. I'm like, it's not installed. I didn't install it because it's not showing up in the apps list. Again, so they'll just look at Now let's look at the App Store, Google Play actually. So let's look at the built-in apps. These are the built-in apps. There's something cool, Chrome Remote Desktop. You can authorize an external, I guess, a person have access to your Chrome if you want to give that access. Then you have apps, Chrome Web Store, Google Search, Google Play, Gmail, Notes. Very simple, like 15 apps, not a lot. On the right hand side is your settings. So settings has pretty much your standard. Oh, before the settings, if you tab down or pull up the launch bar, it comes up like that. You really got to pull it up again. It doesn't really go down, so you got to pull up once to show it, pull up again to hide it. So that's pretty cool. Okay, settings. You have the date, time, the Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth, volume, and then there are more settings. In the bottom you have your I think the lock screen and power off and all that buttons. And power off I did, and it was quick. Then that's your lock screen. I'm gonna go to further settings. So settings, there's no a application for it. Everything in this Chromebook is living on Chrome browser. So that's, I don't know if that's convenient, little shallow, whatever you may say. I mean, I don't. It seems kind of like superficial a bit, but it works. And they just basing everything on the Chrome browser. So we have your appearance, wallpaper, themes, keyboard speed, touchpad speed, keyboard settings, Google search, search accounts. If you are used to search engine using Chrome. I'm going to change the wallpaper. So wallpaper are very HD. This is a HD. It's better than Retina display. It's got like 2500 by 2500 by 1700 resolution. So I'm going to keep on changing these default wallpapers till I like one. And all of these photos, they are really stunning on this display. And I think I like this one. So let's set that. And themes, if you guys have used Chrome browser, so themes are basically a customization or look of the Chrome browser itself. So if I say Chrome, like add here, then it will change the layout of the Chrome browser itself. It's not going to change like the icons and stuff. It's the theme of the Chrome browser only, not the apps that are into the in the Chrome OS. So I did undo. So I didn't like that. That was just to show. Then you have your extensions, where you manage all your extensions that you download, calculator, camera, any other apps. Kind of like extensions are like your extensions are like your widgets. Then you have your source settings history. All right, so let's go to Chrome App Store. You could go to using the app shortcut, or you could go via browser. It's the same thing. You could the same destination. There are a lot of apps, Plant vs Zombies. If you click add to Chrome, it adds or installs that in your app list right here, and you could launch from there directly. And what else? I guess the most notable thing, or the only notable thing about this Chromebook, is the display. So let's have a test of the display. We're going to use this app called Timescape. You could go to timescape.org, I think, or there's trailers of this everywhere. Let's check out this 4K video. It's not 1080p, it's beyond that. It's 4K video. Video is definitely stunning. Let's check out the browser, Chrome browser. So we're at Google Play here. Let's go to our website, Halal Clicks. So scrolling, and just the look of it is perfectly fine using the touchpad. Again, you guys are probably tired of hearing it. It's still under development, but YouTube is I guess, the main central of Halal Clicks. Let's go to Quran.com. I'm gonna read, of course, Fatiha. That's your image. Image looks fine. I have the habit of pins to zoom, but it looks like on tablets. Okay, so the tashkil and without tashkil. So Arabic is pretty tune. And you could also listen to the Quran right here. In tablets, we were not able to listen, whether it was iOS or Android. So here you could listen. Alright, let's go to google.com. Wow, that's a nice little new Google Doodle. Let's see what it does. So I'm just gonna tap on it. It's creating this music. I don't know what this is or who this is for. We're gonna find out soon. Let's enjoy it for the moment. It's for Douglas Adams, English writer, humorist, and dramatist. Okay, didn't know him. Now let's check out how we can uninstall apps from this Chromebook Pixel. Just tap and hold on to any of the apps, and you will have this option of removing from Chrome. And I clicked on an app that's not compatible. We're going to get to that. You could use a trackpad and double tap on the trackpad at the same time to generate a right click. You could remove it this way. You could use your mouse, the trackpad, and then if you had a mouse, or you could use this weird method of touching with two fingers close together on the screen. It works too. It's strange. It's not very precise at times. It's not comfortable, but it works. So that's these are the ways you could uninstall apps. Now let's check out the boot up times and power up times. Just a heads up, it's really fast, faster than you thought. So power down 3 to 1, it takes about 2 seconds flat. So fast. It's like sleep mode or something. Power up takes about 7 seconds. The fastest Mac that I have, MacBook, even that takes like 15 seconds. And this thing, 7 seconds, and it's just very screaming fast. So these are impressive, I guess, features of the Chromebook. I'm going to do the test again. Power down. If you guys have a counter, could probably count the seconds. Probably takes 2-3 seconds. So 2 seconds. And power up 3 to 1. So again, it's coming up. First thing that comes up is the backlit keyboard. Oh yeah, the keyboard is backlit, so which is very convenient. Again, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, very fast. Let's check out some of the failures that I came across. First is scrolling. I was at the Chrome App Store and I was scrolling really fast. I mean, you guys probably, or people don't really scroll that fast, but sometimes you may have to if you want to try to get at the bottom of the page. You could always use a keyboard, but it got laggy. As you can see, it got laggy and choppy as I was scrolling very fast. Next failure is in games. So I installed a couple of games. I installed this app, Need for Speed, and I launched it. And I went to their website and I had to sign in, create an account, and I had to download the app. So all good, right? But let's see what happens. So here I am trying to download, and it's downloading. I'm gonna keep it, save it. It looks like just like any regular downloads that I've I guess downloaded from Chrome browser, and I tap to open it and see what it does in 4 seconds. It says it's not compatible, so I was surprised. I mean, couldn't Google optimize the list over here? I mean, they put up all these apps, but they're not compatible with Chromebook. There should have been a filter applied. Again, the same thing with this game, Unity Web Player. They don't even have that. If it's not compatible with Chromebooks, there should be some filter to recognize that it's this app store is being accessed by a Chromebook, and should filter out the ones that are not accessible, not compatible. So what's the point of downloading these apps? And it's just a waste of time. Google should have filtered it out by default, but just by recognizing it. Another failure. All right, before the failure, let's check out. That's how you use your SD card. I have an SD card. I'm gonna put it in. So pretty easy operation, as you can expect. It automatically pops up with the this I guess Explorer. Then you have on the left hand side downloads, I guess, and then you have the HDSC card, 32 GB. I copied this file to my download folder using the touchscreen. Tap and hold. It's not always responsive. It takes few taps every now and then. Again, but it does the work. And I tried to play it, and it says couldn't be played. And I say it's a video file. Why couldn't it play it? I was disappointed at that. I should have been able to play a I think it's an MP4 file, but it didn't. So again, I copied an image to Google Drive just as an example, and it copied fine. Google, they give you 1 TB of storage, but for 3 years. So that's a trap. I don't really like that. For $1,500 laptop, $1,400, they should give you terabyte for life. From it's Google. They don't have a shortage of space, zettabytes, petabytes of data. Another test we're gonna do is outside on the sun, external test, I guess. If you're outside, it's not usable. I've seen some reviews where people are just sitting, having fun with their Chromebook. You can't see anything. Even indoors, there are a lot of reflections, but outside is really, really bad. You cannot use this laptop outside. So be aware. So what are my final thoughts? Final thoughts is it's kind of like a bodybuilder who's got very big muscles, upper body and stuff, but very skinny legs. It's kind of like that, or very big frame car, like a Batman car, imagine, but that's got like 100 horsepower. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, it looks good and design is good and feels good and stuff like that. Their resolution is out of this world, the best resolution laptop out there right now. But it doesn't have the power. It's only i5 processor, 32 gig. I mean, are you serious? That's like iPad from 2 years ago. 32 gigabyte is nothing in this day in this day and age. 4 GB RAM. Come on. I mean, to go along, they should have packed it up with 16 GB RAM and like 512 SSD. Just packed it up. Why do you pack up just one aspect of the hardware? Google should have packed it up and just killed it, and made it $2,000. It just doesn't. It's just not symmetrical. I guess investment of the internal hardware structure. It's symmetrical in design, but I wish it. Then I would have users like me would have a motivation, would have motives to switch from MacBook or the iOS platform to the Chrome platform. And then there's been so many flaws you've guys seen. Just gamings, it's not fine-tuned. Should have to release a $1,500 product, at least make sure the App Store goes along with it. That App Store should have recognized the input, or that the users are coming from Chromebook, so that you wouldn't have to download a exe file, which Chrome OS doesn't support. But anyway, if you are a developer with a lot of money, yes, go for it. Otherwise, I think you should stay tuned for the future releases of a Chromebook Pixel when the price goes a little down, or the hardware just lives up to the age. So that's that for the review. I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum.